Oh my gosh. What a mess. What am I getting myself into now? Welcome back to Ken's Corner, and I'm Ken. Guess what? Another project starting up. It's one of the other projects I've listed in my other video. It's listed out all the projects that we're going to be doing this year or over this winter time. This project in particular is front suspension. So I felt like it was a good time. I already got the parts in. I felt like a good time to go ahead and work on the front suspension to replace the upper and lower ball joints on both sides. So with that, we can go ahead and get started and try to go ahead and get these ball joints replaced out. I was thinking about going to just pull the K-member out and work on the outside of that. It might be a better option. So I'll wait till I dig into it and see how much of pain it's going to do while it's on the car. Or I'll just go and pull the K-member out in entirety. I'm going to have to do it anyway because I'm going to have to lower the motor. So anyway, so I'm going to get in there and see what would be the best option. So anyway, let's get started. Okay, got the wheel off. Get ready to pull the caliper off, all the disc off and all that off, and set it off to the side here. So go ahead and get all that pulled off, and then we'll see about getting to the ball joints. And we'll show you all that stuff. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and move this real quick. We'll get this pulled out of the way here. Just hang that back there. Now I got access to the lower ball joint and the upper one right here. So let's get started with that. Okay, you need to get this control arm separated from here. Use a piece of brass here, so I don't want to damage anything. So sometimes you can hit it here and it will go ahead and there. Just the shock of it made it loose. So that's done out of the way. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is try to separate the lower ball joint from the spindle here. So anyway, I don't know if it's called spindle, but from this piece here, we got what you call it and stuff. Sometimes you can smack here in the sides on it. It'll shock it just like we did here, and this thing will just pop down. Left the nut on there just to make sure it catches it, so when it does drop, it's not going to drop all the way. Don't think it's going to go too far because of the spring here, the shock and stuff. I don't think it's going to go down that much, if any. So anyway, we'll see what happens. There. See how loose it is? Just a little sharpness to it, and she's all loose now. So, in fact, the top one's loose too, so this whole thing come on out. So, go ahead and just do that. Happens out. Whoops. Okay, it's loose. Ouch. Really, these are not too bad, but I got new ones. They actually got a hole in it here, you can see. So it's probably lost all its grease anyway. So it's a pretty good idea to go ahead and get that replaced. Top ones are going to be fairly easy to replace. They're bolted in, so I just have to unbolt those and get those replaced. So what we're going to do next, we're going to beat this one right out because I really don't care what happens to it. Well, guess what, guys? It's out. I didn't have the video running at the time because I was beating on this thing for a while. Then what I was doing, I think, wrong. I was beating on this thing pretty hard. I didn't have a backer on it. Something put pressure up against the arm. So that was problem number one. The other one, I kept beating on this and wouldn't, for some reason, it just was not coming out. I ripped off the bonnet or the rubber part around this. Then I beat on the side or just moved this around and took our hammer around the side, and it popped right out. Hopefully when I do the other side, I'm going to record that. And I literally, after 2 or 3 swipes or hits with the hammer, popped right out. So anyway, the lower one's out. I just have to unscrew or unbolt the top one. That should come out. Then we'll reinstall this. Okay, let's get this top one removed. You can see the light in here or not. Also, I just want to point out, look how easy that thing moves up and down. Typically, these things should be fairly tight. They shouldn't move that much. We actually loosen the bolts on these so it's not pinching the bushing into the brackets that hard to make it really flexible. I don't want any binding to keep the car from, during launch, raising real quick, real quick. So we loosen these up quite a bit so less drag on that. So just thought I want to point that out to you. Pretty cool. Okay, we get ready to put the upper ball joint in. Goes in from the top down. Then it has some new bolts to feed through it and stuff like that. So anyway, already got pushed down. Get ready to go ahead and just go ahead and get these bolts on down through it, and get all this tightened up and stuff. So okay, we got the upper ball joint all bolted in place. Caps there, the rubber caps there. All what you do now is get the lower one in place. Okay. What we got here is a bearing press, or a ball joint press. This is how you have to stack it up. Ball joint comes in from the bottom, goes up. You have to put a space here in here. You got a little collar up here, a collar down here. The collar is actually going to be pushing on the bearing as it goes up. So as it goes up, it should go ahead and seat in there all the way. So let's go ahead and tighten this sucker down and drive it home. Okay, I think we're home finally. It's there. She's bored. She's getting stiff. Hope I didn't ruin that, but I think that's how it's supposed to be. Anyway, it's been driven in. All we have to do is kind of assemble everything back and call it good. So anyway, on to the other side. It's all back together. Everything's been tightened down, so everything's secured, so nothing will come out. So it's all good and tight now. I don't think it's going to fall off. Anyway, since that took me like half a day to do, not really, but it did take me longer than I anticipated. What I'm going to do on the other side, what I like to do, is going to go ahead and set up a time lapse on this guy and see how fast I can do this one, since I already know what I need to do over there. So we just set a time lapse over here and go to it. So let's get things set up and get going. Okay, hope you enjoyed that little time lapse I did. Just really didn't take that long, maybe 30 minutes to go ahead and get everything. After you do one side, you know, it usually goes a lot quicker the next side. So that was the case on this side. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Hope it gave a little insight what tools you need to do that type of job and stuff. It's really good to get in here and get your hands dirty like mine. But no, it gives you a little bit more pride about your car. I mean, we really work on our own cars here. So we don't take it done, any of that stuff. We do everything ourselves here. So, but anyway, with that, hopefully you enjoyed this how-to video. It's one of my projects checked off the list. So the next project coming up is actually get the motor out of this car here, get it down, get things cleaned up, and go from there. But with that, if you like what you see, hit that like button, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. And this project is one of many projects I listed in my other videos and stuff that let me start over.